Hey everyone, welcome to our 3 o'clock live chat. I am Heather and we are here for you each and every day, Monday through Thursday, starting at 9 a.m. at 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. And then on Fridays, we're here at 9 and 11. And this is for you. This is all about you and making sure you understand everything there is to know about Luminous, what we have to offer, how to do it, what do you get in your starter kit, how to color match, any questions you have, we're going to cover. And if you have any questions, you can always ask them in the chat. So when you're on, jump on and say hello, because we love talking to you guys and hearing how your day is going, hearing how much you love Luminous. It's important to us. All right, I'm going to put a little bit, I just wiped my makeup off. And I am going to put on, this is the PM Ignition Lotion. I'm just going to put on a little something to give me some more moisture back into my skin. And then let's go ahead and put up that hair. All right. Hey, Tamberly, how are you? Good to see you. I want to pull back my hair in real world time. If I was in my back, of course, my hair would be back while I'm doing my makeup. And so that's why I'm going to pull it back. But normally you see me with it down, and that shows you how precise our airbrush system is. It is super duper precise. It only goes where you were spraying it. Hello, Jeannie. Good to see you. Oh, Tamberly, I'm so sorry. That sounds very tiring. But when we're telling you guys to practice, and I'm going to clean my stylish real quick, and to feel that air, that shows you again how precise Luminous is. It only goes where you point your stylus. Now, when we tell you to leave it or put it 4 finger widths away, that's also the perfect distance so you don't get streaking. It's not too far where you won't even see it go on. It's a perfect distance to get a smooth application, as long as you're moving the stylus, you're putting, keeping it 4 finger widths away, moving the stylus, and barely pulling back on that trigger. We know that that's going to give you the perfect application. Now, this is completely different than what you're used to, so there is a learning curve. I mean, you're going to need to practice. You'll do it in no time, so it's not like practice for 2 years and you will be an expert. No, you'll get it. You'll understand it. Even when you make a mistake, you'll be like, oh, that's what she's talking about. So just know that you don't have to be 100% perfect the very first time, but you will start getting it, okay? So right now I'm just cleaning out my stylist. So let's go over, while I'm doing this, our starter kit. Now this is our Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend, and they're all operated about the same. The Pro is going to have 2 speeds. So if you're going to do tanning, or maybe you're going to airbrush your legs or something fun like that, then you could go for the Pro. And then all of them come with makeup. So it's going to come with your starter kit, with your practice kit, and we give you 2 bottles of foundation, and we give you the large bottles. So we want you to practice. We want you to get in there and get working with it and playing with it and experiencing it. Because the more you have the stylus in your hand, the more you're going to learn. And then it comes with a bottle of blush and a bottle of love. We send you love. And when you get it and you open it up, we want you to do this. Boop, boop. Make sure you get it out. You start playing with it. You plug it in. There's no big 84-page directions or instructions on how to put it together. It does come put together. You just plug it in, turn it on, and then practice with the air. Keep it moving, and then put water in here, and then start pulling back on the trigger. That's going to help you learn the pulling back of the trigger, because that you need to find that really sweet spot, so you know exactly. Once you start doing this over, it becomes second nature. Like, I know I'm going, hey, do this, but you'll do it and you'll be like, bum, 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 bum. It'll become second nature for you. I sounded like Julia Childs. That's awesome. All right. So whoop, I did the opposite. Now let's talk about Velvet Veil. Velvet Veil is a blurrer. So it is going to help blur fine lines and wrinkles. It even helps with redness. It's going to reduce the size of your pores. And I'm sure some of you have seen women use it, and they put it on the back of their hand. And I mean, you talk about a night and day difference. It is amazing. So I'm going to put this right on my forehead. A little bit goes a long way. It does have the nice little dropper. However, I don't use it. I just use my hands. I'll just do this because I feel like I have more control over what's being let out. Even if I put it all over, then I'm going to tap that into place. And once it's on, it's on. You don't want to go back and add more on top of it, because it will end up, it will be too much. So just keep track of where you're going with it, what you're doing, where it is, and then you can go from there. I'm putting it everywhere. How long does Velvet Veil last? It depends on, obviously, how often you use it, and if you're putting it everywhere. My mom asked for it in a 55-gallon drum, so that tells you anything. But that's why I like doing it with my hand. I'll actually take this off and do that to get the stuff off around there, and then put that on. So if you're using just like a boop, boop, little drop, it'll last you, I would say 35, 45 days, probably 45 days. Tamberly loves Velvet Veil. Actually, I'm sorry, she loves Velvet Veil. Tamberly, I said she's with my mom. And then there might be days that you don't even use it. So, you know, you kind of have to gauge that way. You know, or there might be days that you're just using it in certain areas. Like if you wake up, actually a friend from work, she's like, why is my right eye so puffy? Well, she could have used it for that. Not that it would do anything about the puffiness, but it would smooth out some wrinkles and crinkles. And so, you know, there could be days that you use it more than others, but I would say a good 45 days. Tamberly, don't you think that's a true statement? All right, let's go in and start airbrushing. Now with Velvet Veil, you want to airbrush. This doesn't allow a lot of movement when we're talking about like the concealer or even a regular foundation. And so you'll definitely want to airbrush with this. So I'm going to go in with Glow, but I'm going to put, because I'm going to use the Silk oh, during the day? Oh, all day. Yeah, it's not doing it. It won't move until you take it off. Yeah. I'm going to be using the Silk 4-in-1 shade 5. I'm going to use Glow, but I'm going to put a couple of drops of the foundation in there, because this time what I'm going to do with my foundation is do light here, and blend out with the shade 5, just to show you another way of using the two different shades that you get in your kit. If you have a lighter one and a darker one, you can do it this way as well. I'm going to do about 3 NAs. Okay, so I'm going to mix this. And then now I'm going in, definitely go underneath my eyes. Go on my lid. Down my nose. Because if I use this, I feel like I just blew an eyelash in my eye. If I used just glow, this might be too light. And so putting a drop of my foundation will kind of settle it down a little bit. And so now I can go in, see that dot? Now you don't. Go on my nose a little, back underneath my eye. But I'm sticking to just the center part of my face, so I can lighten it. And I'm getting the coverage that I want because I'm, what? Making passes. All right, I'm going to blow the rest of that out. Didn't need all of it. And now I'm going to take only my shade 3, blend it with the middle part, but concentrating mainly on the outside. So if you are shiny at all, if you have trouble controlling, the oil in your T-zone, you can use Velvet Veil, and that will help keep you matte all day long as well. So I know a lot of people have T-zone issues where they're a little bit, it gets a little bit shiny. You can use the Velvet Veil for that as well. Okay. Can you guys see the difference where I'm just focusing the darker part more on the outside, keeping the inside light? All right. Whoop, and I stepped on my hose. Okay. Now that I have my foundation on, and I have something on top of the Velvet Veil, you can use regular makeup. So if I went in, let's say with the Cut 1 palette right here, I can take, and I like to, you know how I like to do all of them because I'm an equal opportunist contour person. I can go in and you, again, lightly or more dramatic, whatever you want, you can start adding some shape back into your face. And even if you would like to do this with airbrushing, you can do it with airbrushing as well, just right on top of that, or even, again, before. Now, still using the Cut palette, I'm going to go in. Let me get a tissue real quick. And I can use the Cut palette. You have trouble hiding your... So, Tamberly, what I would do is, like, see these folds right here? I can actually go in and highlight those. And highlighting, remember, that brings it forward. So then it looks smoother and not where you see the shadow. And so you could try the Velvet Veil and then try just highlighting right in where there is a shadow. So right here, I'm just going to put a little bit. This is the Vanilla Bean, which has a little shimmer to it. And I'm even going to put some right on the inside to lighten that up a little bit. And then with a blending brush, with my darkest shade, which is Mocha. I'm going to blend starting at the outside crease and just blending that in. And you can go in and put the product on and then go back and blend if you want. So if I wanted to, I could just bam, 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 put it on and then go back and blend. Sometimes I like to change it up. Sometimes I like to change it up just because I think we sometimes get in a rut of what we do. I remember before I started airbrushing many moons ago that I was like, I'm just not digging my makeup anymore. And then I had one of my friends did my makeup and I was like, oh yeah, I like that. And we just get stuck. And that's the other great thing about Luminesse is that if you get stuck, there are so many, many different options for you. Just do it. You can do the same thing, but do it in a different order. So a lot of different things to do. I'm going to go in with a little bit of lightness here, just to open that up a little bit more. And blend it out. Hello, Amber. Good to see you. All right. So I think I'm going to contour just a little. Oh, that might have been a little bit too high. And then you can also go in, and I'll do it with just kind of a shorter. I'm using the flat white and the butterscotch and highlight. You don't have to highlight with a shimmer. You can definitely highlight with a darker, with a matte color. And then now, let me make sure there's no. I'm gonna contour my nose a little. Hey, Candy. Right through there, just to give it a little more. All right. And then now I'm going to use, let's go ahead and stick with the brown. I'm going to use chestnut. Okay. Now let's say I put this on and you're like, oh, I want the neutral or the brown, but I don't want it that dark. So you can go in and smudge that. So what I would do is rub that together because then you have it on both top and bottom. Thank you, Jacqueline. And I can go in and smudge it a little bit, blot it off a little. But I'm wanting to get that line. And you know, I like to do the whole lip so it stays on. Blotting it a little more. And then I'll use, this is, I think this is blush too. That's my Naked Tulip. All right, I'm going to use, this is Blush Lip Topper. Thank you, Jeannie. And I'm just rubbing, kind of blending it a little bit more to show you Oh, you just ordered the blush lip topper? It's a good one. I like it because there's just a slight hint of pink. I'm just smudging out the hard lines. And then you can finish this off with mascara, of course, or eyeliner, which we will do at the 5. Now my hair is probably going to stay pulled back. All right, guys, there you go. We are back at the 5. We'll finish the eyes. I'll do some eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll start over. I think I want to do it with like a dewy skin, maybe apply the moisturizer afterwards to do something different to give that dewy look. So we'll be back at 5. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. And I look forward to seeing you later. All right. Bye for now.